Told you. Sometimes you need a friend in sports. Sometimes you need a friend in sports to step back and think that the imminent danger for your team or the writing that's on the wall sometimes isn't the writing that's on the wall and sometimes may be erased. Before, obviously, the writing is usually on the wall.
The writing's coming.
I'll stop talking in code. I told you Jayson Tatum's been throwing the ball at the rim like it's splashed down in the Atlantic Ocean for like a month, and you've seen that. You know that. You're a diehard Celtic fan. You know it. Game. And you're like, well, here comes Westbrook with his 20-20-20 and Bradley Beal, who got edged out by Steph Curry for the scoring title. Here they come. Wizards have made a run to get into this 7-8 game and have a one-win-on-the-road opportunity to be the 7th seed. And you thought what was going to happen last night.
Yeah, just the way we've been playing all year, the up and down, the roller coaster, the injuries, COVID, Browns now out. I wasn't expecting that last night.
Number 0 to the rescue.
He was very, worried.
I'll just tell I don't know if there's anybody in the league, certainly at his position, let's put it this way, certainly at his position, his size, whose three-pointers don't move the net. They just hit the back of the iron and go straight down. Right? Like it's going down a chimney.
Yeah.
And the arc is so high too. It's
so
just
high.
And it just boom, bottom. He's so amazing. You're so lucky. And I know Danny Ainge gets so much crap in that town, and some of it may be deserved. I don't follow the Celtics as closely as you do, but the fact that, TJ, he was able to say, we don't want Fultz. How about, we make a swap here and I'll get Tatum, is maybe one of the greatest Kaiser Soze tricks a general manager's been able to pull off in quite some time. And I know if the process has worked out for you, don't worry about it. You're the one seed. You're the 1 seed. It's all good.
Chris and I talk about this all the time, Rich. It infuriates me that the Sixers should have Jayson Tatum. And Ainge just took him.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's ours.
He's yours.
Hopefully
for
forever.
a good, very long time.
It hurts.
A fitty piece. And the Celtics are now sitting at home. So let's hold off the Brad Stevens needs to be fired stuff, which is the dumbest thing ever. When you said, maybe this, because, that's been a first take topic. We see all the first take and undisputed topic bars on TV when we walk in the door. And I'll be honest with you, as much as I love Stephen A. Smith and I adore this man, he's one of my favorite people. He's our first in-studio guest, and since we shut down due to COVID. His producers, I don't know how they come up with this stuff. It's really just some mental jujitsu to come up with just these things that few people really argue about or talk about. And you're why are we even having this conversation? And this is from somebody who's got to talk about something for 3 straight hours. DP gave me so much crap yesterday when I started our interview by saying, hey, how are you cobbling together 3 hours? What's your process, man? I'd love to know, because we're, we just like talking about whatever we want to talk about, and Dan said the same thing. But I digress. But the number of times that I'm seeing on the topic bar of the first take undisputed conversations about Brad Stevens being on the chopping block, should he go? How much is he to blame? And I turned to you. I said to you, on behalf of Knicks fans and Eastern Conference basketball fans, please let Brad Stevens go. Please let him go.
Let him go back to Indiana.
Please let him go.
What are we doing?
Please let him go.
Let me pack your bags, Brad.
So all said and done, you're now sitting back with 4 or 5 days off.
It's great. It's great.
Right? They're the 7th seed. You held your home territory. Bottom line is, in this day and age of playing tournaments where it's really weird, because it's kind of like that phantom zone of basketball. Because this game last night, Tatum 50 points, Kemba Walker 29 on top of it. A dozen double-double for Tristan Thompson. 118-100. It isn't a playoff game. It doesn't go in the playoff record books. It's not a regular season game either. It's a play-in tournament game. I guess they're going to just keep their own statistics of a history in the play-in tournament. And I will just say to the NBA, what are you doing? You remember again, everything goes back to pop culture, which is probably one of the many reasons why I'm excited to have Rolling Stone's Alan Sepinwall in hour number 3 to talk about the passing of Charles Grodin and talk about Midnight Run. He wrote a great piece about Midnight Run being sort of like the Casablanca of buddy movies. And but remember the Phantom Zone from Superman, where they put General Zod and his cohorts in it, and they're hurtling through space, and then Superman saving the Eiffel Tower shoves a nuclear bomb into space, and that's what shatters the Phantom Zone, and then
they get out.
Holy heck breaks loose in Superman 2. That's the play-in tournament. Like, what are we? What is it? How is this not a playoff game?
I have no idea.
Because ask the Charlotte Hornets if they were in a playoff game last night. Yeah.
I don't think they knew it.
Ask the Grizzlies or the Spurs. I know. Well, I mean, understood. But they're gone. They're eliminated. They're done.
It's over. Yeah, it's over.
And and the Pacers put up a 144 in a game that was an elimination game. If you're going to make us watch this is the first one out of the gate. If you're going to tell everybody how much fun this is and how important it is, and you're going to shorten the regular season on top of it and see how this goes, and tell, Charlotte, thanks for playing, goodbye, and Indiana, hey, you got a shot to now make the playoffs writ large, how is this not a playoff game? Tonight's game is going to have a playoff feel to it. So Curry and LeBron, this is not technically another playoff game for them in their careers. Then why are we playing this? They have to be sitting back saying this doesn't count. At any rate, tonight's going to be fun. Jeff Van Gundy's going to join us in a few minutes' time. Congrats to the Celtics. Congrats to the Pacers. It's now Pacers at Wizards coming up on Thursday night, and we'll see how Russell Westbrook does. Stats once again look pretty decent, but
something was off yesterday.
I don't know, man. It's just I root for the guy. I want to see him drop 50. He just doesn't do it in the playoffs more often than not. I mean, I don't know his entire playoff stat line career, but we'll see what happens tonight with the the Warriors and the Lakers, and before that, the Grizzlies and the Spurs. That's an elimination game to kick off the night. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.